Why did Darth Vader, once a trusted leader of the clone troopers, come to despise them? Was it betrayal, manipulation, or something deeper? In this video, we'll explore the dark truth behind Vader's hatred for clones, uncovering the psychological and political factors that transformed allies into symbols of mistrust. Chapter 1. Bonds Forged in War. During the Clone Wars, Anakin Skywalker's connection with the clone troopers of the 501st Legion was unparalleled. Captain Rex and his fellow soldiers were not just comrades but also friends at times. This trust was forged through countless battles where mutual respect and camaraderie played key roles in their victories. Yet beneath the surface, this bond was fragile. The clones, created for war and programmed with unwavering loyalty to the Republic, were unknowingly pawns in a larger game. Anakin's reliance on their loyalty made the events of Order 66 feel like a deeply personal betrayal. This chapter sets the stage for understanding why Vader's feelings toward the clones were so complex and charged with emotion. Chapter 2. Betrayal and the Seeds of Distrust. The execution of Order 66 was a turning point for Anakin, now Darth Vader. The sudden obedience to Palpatine's command, a simple Emperor's phrase, revealed an unsettling truth. The clones' loyalty was not to the Jedi they had fought alongside for years, but to a secret directive buried in their programming. For Vader, this wasn't just a betrayal of the Jedi. It was a betrayal of their shared experiences and sacrifices. As leader of Operation Night's Fall, Vader witnessed the clones' mechanical obedience firsthand. This created an unshakable paranoia. If the clones could betray the Jedi without hesitation, what would stop them from turning on him if ordered? This mistrust was amplified in the comics, where Vader's conversation with Clone Commander Will about hidden directives ended with an evasive response. The possibility of a secret order to eliminate him only deepened his suspicions. Chapter 3. Order 151 and Mistrust. Vader's fears were not unfounded. Order 151, a secret backup plan to eliminate Anakin Skywalker, did exist. Its purpose was to ensure Palpatine's control if Anakin hesitated to go completely into the dark side. By the time Vader emerged, however, this order was likely obsolete. The Empire was already transitioning from clones to Stormtroopers due to the clones' shortened lifespans and Palpatine's paranoia about a potential clone rebellion. The clones were reminders of Palpatine's omnipresence, a painful symbol of Vader's entrapment. They embodied the Emperor's ability to create and destroy loyalty with a single command. Such a contingency reminds Vader of his position as enforcer and pawn. Chapter 4. Clones versus Stormtroopers. While Vader appreciated the clones' combat skills, he found their loyalty to Palpatine to be a cause for concern. Though less experienced, Stormtroopers represented a new generation of soldiers indoctrinated solely by the Empire. Their loyalty was pure, untainted by the baggage of the Clone Wars. This preference was as much about practicality as it was about psychology. For Vader, Stormtroopers symbolized his new role as enforcer of the Empire, while clones were relics of a past he wished to sever completely. Chapter 5. Nostalgia amid Indifference. As clones were phased out, Vader changed his position. He shifted from paranoia to indifference. Clones were tools of the past, replaced by a new vision of Imperial strength. However, occasional nostalgia surfaced, such as during the rebellion on Ryloth, where Vader encountered a clone serving in Palpatine's royal guard. Seeing Jango Fett's familiar face, the genetic template for all clones, brought back memories of his time as Anakin Skywalker. However, this brief flicker of nostalgia was overshadowed by the bitter reminder of betrayal and manipulation. Chapter 6. Palpatine's Shadow. Each clone was a living symbol of Palpatine's control over Vader's life. Their programmed obedience mirrored Vader's subjugation to the Emperor. This connection was a constant source of frustration and resentment for a Sith Lord striving to assert his dominance. The clones' very existence reminded Vader of his vulnerabilities. They were created by the same man who had orchestrated Anakin's downfall, a distressing recollection of the life Vader had chosen to abandon. Chapter 7. Emotional and Strategic Shifts. Beyond personal mistrust, there were practical reasons for Vader's shift toward Stormtroopers. Clones, with their accelerated aging and ties to a bygone era, were increasingly less effective. Stormtroopers, recruited from diverse backgrounds and indoctrinated into the Empire's ideology, offered a fresh start. For Vader, this represented a clean break from his past, a necessary step in solidifying his role as the Emperor's enforcer. Additionally, Vader's disdain for clones reflected his broader emotional conflict. As Anakin, he cherished loyalty and bonds. As Vader, he viewed such connections as weaknesses. The clones became a painful reminder of his lost humanity and the cost of his rise to power. Darth Vader's hatred for clones stemmed from betrayal, mistrust, in his past. While acknowledging their efficiency and contribution to the Empire, he viewed their blind loyalty to Palpatine and their role in Order 66 as manipulation and loss. To Vader, clones represented the fragility of trust and the cost of absolute power. Their eventual phasing out marked the end of an era, but their legacy of war and betrayal continued to shape his actions and perceptions. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the themes and characters of this epic universe.